so let me just quickly apologize first. You may hear some really weird squeaking noises and somebody, I don't know what they're doing outside, but there's just this very strange squeaking noises which causes my dog in the other room to bark. So hopefully it will not be, I think it went away, but hopefully she won't continue to bark throughout this update. This is really honestly the only opportunity I have to make this update, and if I don't do it now, I won't do it. So so hopefully you can ignore that or forgive me for that. But yeah, so this is going to be my 10-week pregnancy update. So yes, I want to say a lot has been going on, but I don't know, I guess sort of, but let me just get into it really quickly. From now on, I am going to be doing whenever my week changes over. So on Tuesdays, my week changes over, I will just do an update. I'm not going to worry about talking about the week before or whatever, just because now with where I am at my pregnancy or in my pregnancy, the symptoms are kind of slowly, hopefully dying down, and they're pretty consistent as of right this second. So I don't really feel like having to make separate like week by week to kind of tell you what symptoms happened that week, because honestly, the last couple of weeks have been pretty the same and consistent. Hopefully that made sense. I don't know. Sorry if it didn't. But yeah, so this will be just 10 weeks. I'm 10 weeks today, 10 weeks and 2 days today. So next update will be, I'll be 11 weeks. I'll hopefully be able to make an update next week, but I may not because my husband and I are going on vacation. We are going to Mexico for our 1-year marriage anniversary, which is really exciting. But I guess it's also going to be kind of like a baby moon, just because I don't think that my husband and I are going to be able to take time to go on a separate vacation for that, just because with his job being so, hectic, I don't think we'll be able to go do that. So it's kind of a mix. We just want to go, enjoy, celebrate, and take time to be together before this little one comes. So it's going to be fun. So I may or may not be able to do an update next week. If I do, it'll be in Mexico. So that kind of will be a change, I think. I think it'd be fun to kind of do an update in Mexico. So we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can make it happen. So like I said, I'm 10 weeks and 2 days today. Baby is the size of a kumquat or a prune. It just depends on what app you are looking at or using. Yeah, so baby is, I guess the joints in the babies are forming, so baby can now kind of move their arms a little bit, and the toes are not webbed anymore, or my baby's toes aren't webbed anymore. Teeth buds are starting to form. There's no teeth, but teeth buds. If it's a boy, the testes are starting to form and develop and I guess take shape. So let me think if I know anything else on the top of my head. Lugo hair is starting to grow. I think that's what it's called, Lugo. Basically like baby peach fuzz hair. Let's see. The digestive system is starting to, I think it's not like fully working, but I think it's starting to work. But yeah, all around, baby has come such a long way from the size, I think last it was like the size of a blueberry, and now it's like the size of a kumquat. And considering where it started at the very beginning, which was like the size of a poppy seed, that is crazy to think about. But yeah, I am growing a little bit, so hopefully soon I will have a very like noticeable belly and I can totally stop feeling fat and frumpy. So I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, yes, that's baby this week. In terms of my symptoms, I'm just going to go over all the symptoms I've had these last couple of weeks. I've had nausea. I don't really know if I want to, I guess you could call it morning sickness. I haven't thrown up though, and hopefully I won't. I have 2 more weeks until I'm out of the first trimester, so I'm thinking if I've made it this far without throwing up, hopefully I can do it and I won't throw up. But I have had nausea. It usually is if I haven't eaten for a while, or if I eat too big of a meal, then I definitely have nausea. I'm very sensitive to smell still. My husband and I went to kind of like on a double date yesterday, and we went to a brewery, and oh my gosh, the smell of beer was so pungent and so strong, it nearly knocked me off my feet. Like, that is not an exaggeration. I walked in and it just was just like a huge, like, it hit me so hard, and I was just like, oh God, like, can I really sit in this restaurant and not get sick? And thankfully I was, but let me tell you, it was it was just so strong. And this is a good brewery, so I know that their beer hasn't gone bad, which is the reason why I can smell it, because sometimes if you go to a brewery that isn't well kept and they don't continuously clean out their the containers that they hold the beer in, it can have like a moldy beer smell. And that's the smell I was smelling, but I think that was just because my nose was so heightened and I could just smell the beer, and it was just so strong. And then my husband's friend's wife, she ordered a drink with mint in it, and she was sitting across from me, and I felt like I was holding the mint up to my nose. Like, that's how strong it was. So my sense of smell is still really, really strong, which is a good thing, and also sometimes a bad thing, because it can also trigger my, what would you call it? My hacking or reflex to hack, to dry heave. I tend to do that a lot. I don't ever throw up, but I always do the motion to throw up. So sorry about that. I got a call, and maybe I'll get another call. So if there's like another weird break in this update, that's because my husband called. But like I was saying, if I smell something really, really, really bad, my body goes into the mode of needing to throw up. So it's as if I were to stick my finger down my throat, and your body makes that like gagging reflex. That's what happens whenever I smell something really bad, or if I'm feeling nauseous. I just do that, and it's so annoying and so frustrating and embarrassing, because sometimes I can't help it and it's in front of people. So yeah, it's not the best symptom. But in some ways it's better than throwing up. So yeah, no throwing up, which is great, and I'm lucky, and I know that. So let's see, heartburn is still there, acid reflux is still there, indigestion is still there. It's all there, and it sucks. I have been trying different things. Tums doesn't really work. My doctor told me I could take Zantac, and I have tried that, but I try not to really take it. Again, during this pregnancy, I'm trying really hard not to take any medications. And so when I'm really desperate, I'll take the Zantac. But honestly, I don't really notice that much of a difference when I take the Zantac. So the one thing that does help, which I hate to admit, and please don't judge me, is Coke. I try to limit my consumption of Coke, just because it is a very high sugar, high calorie, zero nutrients kind of beverage. Like, there's like basically zero nutrition in it. It's empty calories basically. So I try really hard not to drink it very much, but I drink it more than I should, and I hate to admit that, but it's literally the only thing that makes me feel better. I didn't drink Coke or soda in general before I got pregnant. I just didn't. Health-wise, it wasn't good for me. I was trying to lose weight, so I just cut it out of my diet, and I'd been going for like over a year without soda, and then all of a sudden I get pregnant, and it's the one thing that I absolutely need, and the one thing that makes me feel better when I'm just feeling nauseous and dealing with heartburn and acid reflux. It does the trick. The taste, the bubbles, because people are always like, well, why don't you just do, fizzy water? And I definitely do that. If I feel like, oh, I should not have a Coke because, again, it's not that good for you, then I just take like a fizzy water drink, and that can kind of help. But literally nothing can compare to what the Coke does for me. So I'm trying to limit that, and hopefully when I get into the second trimester, hopefully maybe my heartburn and acid reflux and indigestion will go down a little bit. But from what I've read and what I've heard so far, I don't have much hopes for that. So we'll see. Any other symptoms? I still get an occasional growing pain slash round ligament pain, so I can tell I am growing, you know, in my stomach area, because every couple of days I feel like a stretching sensation in the pubic bone area, and it just feels like someone's kind of pulling my hips a little bit, or the muscles like by my, I don't, it's hard to explain, but it just feels like the best way I can describe it is if you do running or something like that, or you go to the gym and you stretch before, and before your muscles get warmed up and you stretch, it hurts. You know, that feeling of stretching out your muscle that isn't, you know, maybe you push it a little bit too far. That's the feeling I get in my lower abdomen pubic bone area. It just feels like it's being stretched. So that's, I guess, a symptom. I try every day to like swim or go walking, and if I do too many laps at the pool, I do really feel that pain down there. So I try to pretty much stop when I start feeling that pain, because obviously I don't want to push myself I don't want to push myself and put myself in a bad position of maybe having gone too far. So yes, trying to think of any more symptoms I've had these last couple of weeks. Week 8 was probably my worst week for nausea. Again, didn't throw up, but it was definitely the worst week for nausea. I kept having nausea. And let me tell you, I just wanted to quickly show you guys Preggy Pops, or Preggy Pop Drops, that's what they're called. And they have sour lemon, sour tangerine, sour raspberry, and green apple. And honestly, I think my favorite would be the green apple and the sour raspberry. Like the lemon and tangerine I actually haven't tried yet, but these were a lifesaver in my week 8. I think I almost went through an entire package of these Preggy Pops during week 8 because I was feeling really sick, really nauseated a lot. So I definitely recommend these. There's a store near me called, they have like an online site, but the store that I actually go to that has these is called Destination Maternity. And I just saw them there and I picked them up thinking, oh, I might want to try those. And then of course I was so happy that I bought them because I really needed them. So yeah, let me think, any more symptoms? Nope, I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it for symptoms wise. Food is still hard for me to figure out. Sometimes I don't know what I want to eat. Actually, I never know what I want to eat. It's a struggle every single meal, anything that I ever put in my mouth is a struggle to figure out what it is that I want to put, because 9 times out of 10, nothing sounds good. So that's been really difficult to handle with, and I have not been cooking at all since I got pregnant, which I feel guilty about, but I just can't do it. Garlic and onion are the worst 2 things that I cannot go near. The smell I can't stand, and also if I eat it like in pasta or anything, I get the worst, and I mean the worst heartburn ever, and it is torture. And so I do not do onions or garlic right now. So cooking is pretty much out, and we've been eating out a lot, which of course isn't that great and isn't that healthy. But yeah, so anyway, those are my symptoms. My feelings, my emotions have been up and down. I went through a short depressed stage. I think I was feeling very lonely, very, you know, for a while there, I just didn't have very much support. I was questioning whether I could, you know, be a good mom. I was questioning whether my husband and I were really ready for this. I was scared about my weight. So I was definitely going through a short depressed stage. And I want to say that I'm definitely past that. And every day I feel better and better, mentally, physically, emotionally, and I'm feeling more and more excited about this pregnancy, and I'm so grateful that I am pregnant. Every day it hits me that I'm pregnant and that this is happening, and I get so excited, And I really can't wait to see this baby get bigger, to find out the sex of the baby. So far, I think it's a boy. My husband thinks it's a girl. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure it's a boy, but I could be wrong. I'm going to do a separate maternity haul because I have a very big haul to do, and if I were to add it to this update, it would be a very long update, and I think as it is, this update is kind of going long. But hey, I have an excuse. It's been like a month since I updated you guys, so of course I have a lot to say. I want to shout out to a few YouTubers. I won't say them, like their names or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure they know who they are if they watch this. I want to say I'm really happy for you guys. There's at least 2 that I have been following regularly and praying and hoping and just wishing that they got their BFPs, and they have. One actually got her BFP months ago and just wanted to keep it to herself until she passed the first trimester. And so she's been doing updates on other things. Like, she has a regular channel that does other things like daily vlogs, and I don't know how she was able to do that and not tell anybody that she was pregnant. So I'm really excited that she's pregnant. I can't wait to see her updates. And there's another YouTuber who has been trying for a very long time, and she finally got her BFP, and I'm so excited for her. I really hope she does updates. I can't wait to watch her updates. I think the fact that she's pregnant, I think, is still settling in. So I'm waiting till she actually comes to the realization and can really be excited about it. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out to them. I'm really happy. Hey guys, okay, so this is going to be my bump update. The lighting isn't so good, but like I said, I really don't have any other opportunities right now before we leave for Mexico to do this. So here we go. Sorry about the lighting, but it will have to do this week. Okay, thanks for watching. All right, so in this dress, I absolutely love this dress. This isn't really a maternity dress. I got this at Target, but as you can see, it totally is just so flattering. Let's just back up a little bit. It really is a flattering dress, and I have really big boobs right now. They're double D's, and I feel like with this dress, it just makes my whole body, it just complements my body so well. I love this dress. I would wear it every single day if I could. But to the bump. So from the front, you can't really see anything, really tell, which I kind of like because I'm still in that weird frumpy, not sure if I'm pregnant. Like, if a stranger saw me, they'd be like, she just kind of fat, or is she pregnant? So yeah. So this is from the side. Again, this is kind of a flattering side for me. I think it's not as bad. I think from this angle, you can kind of tell. I definitely have a bump, and it may just look like I have a really big stomach. I don't know. I like to think that I look a little pregnant. So yeah, anyway, so let me lift up this little flap. So this is the bump right now. I don't know if it's much different than previous weeks. I hope you can tell in this lighting. Let me just, and that's another thing. I have a really deep innie, and I honestly wish and can't wait till my belly button pops out, because this whole little round indent in my clothes, like when I wear shirts or when I wear a dress like this, I just find that really unattractive. But yeah, what can you do? So this is from that angle. It's better lighting. So yeah, that's the bump right now. I can't wait till it's bigger, because then I can feel less bad about the pudge. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week in Mexico maybe. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.